Will Davis here at The Reporter. Some of the top stories in this week's newspapers. Starbucks is coming to town. Little Forsyth, long the home of many different fast food places, has never had a Starbucks, but now they plan on putting one right there next to Leanne Watt's Citgo station, right next to the interstate. The Starbucks will go where the old Ann's Deli currently is. City fathers have been wanting to tear down that dilapidated building for some time, and now it'll happen. They say it's about 4 months away. Find out more details in this week's Reporter. A new apartment complex may be coming to Forsyth. The city zoning board gave tentative approval to a new 80-unit apartment complex there in the industrial park behind Shoney's. The city council will still have the final say. Forsyth has long been noted to have a shortage of moderate to low-income housing, and this would fill that niche. But the board was split 3-2 as some complained that it was not the best spot to have an apartment complex in an industrial park. See more details in this week's Reporter. Monroe County's zoning board gave initial approval to a new commercial complex on Highway 41 South, right near the I-475 interstate exit. Otis Ingram, a developer, wants to put 16 lots for commercial office and warehouse space. Area residents came out to oppose the project. Several of them complained that Ingram plans to sell the property to Justin Campbell, who owns Unique Auto Sales that has put a lot of used cars in downtown Bolingbroke. The county commissioners will have the final say. Find out all the details in this week's Reporter.
I told you you're the best thing I ever saw.
I'm Seth Berkebaugh, and this is the Monroe County Reporter Incident of the Week. Suspicious man exposes himself to a Walmart employee. A female Walmart employee told an officer that on February 8th, a man wearing a gray hoodie and blue jeans walked into the store and exposed himself to her. The officer checked the surveillance footage and saw the man walk up behind the employee, pull his pants down, and shake his butt. The man then left the store with his butt still exposed, got into his black pickup truck, and left. None of the employees were able to get a tag number for the backside of his car.
Looking for a good real estate deal in Monroe County? Well, the Monroe County Tax Commissioner will be auctioning off 48 properties on Tuesday at 10 a.m. on the courthouse steps, March 2nd. Though that due to failure to pay property taxes. You can see all of the properties listed in this week's Monroe County Reporter, and we'll be there to see how the auction goes. Over $200,000 is county is trying to collect in unpaid property taxes. Okay, get this one, folks. A Forsyth man wanted, had warrants out for him from Fulton County, saw a Monroe County deputy's car pass by him in the High Falls area. So what did he do? He climbed up in a tree, 5 feet up in a tree. Neighbors later heard him howling during the night and called the Monroe County Sheriff's Office. By the way, the deputy did not see him the first time. Well, this time they did, because he was hollering from the top of a 5-foot tree. He was arrested. They found out he had warrants on him. Nearby residents said they were concerned that he might have a health emergency. He claimed that coyotes were chasing him. No coyotes were seen. Find out all the details in this week's Reporter. In sports this week, Monroe County is still celebrating Mary Persons High School's first state championship in 17 years, only its third in school history. The Mary Persons cheer team, of course, won the AAA state title over rival Pierce County by just half a point. We talked to Coach Kyle Ward and found out how the girls did it. See all the details along with salutes from local businesses and parents in this week's reporter. In other sports news, the Mary Persons baseball team off to a 4-0 start. Find out what's going on with the Bulldogs in this week's paper. And the Mary Persons girls soccer team loses its first game of the year. Get all the updates. You'll find all the sports action in the Monroe County Reporter. Well, February is the time when the Monroe County Reporter every year salutes our men who make Monroe County work. The Businessman of the Year is named in that edition, and this year's winner is Eddie Rowland. He is the owner of R&R Real Estate and also now the owner of the Mill Market, a new business coming right here in downtown Forsyth. Check it all out in this week's Reporter. Hey everybody, Will Davis with the Monroe County Reporter here with Don Daniel, the founder of this newspaper in 1972. And Don, lots going on in Forsyth and Monroe County. What particularly interested you in this week's edition?
I tell you what blew me out of the water. As you know, the city has failed for a very long time to demolish the old Ann's Deli. You know? So lo and behold, somebody bought the old Ann's Deli. And it's now going to be Starbucks. I think that's fantastic.
Good news for the city, and the top story in this week's newspaper, Starbucks is coming to Forsyth. The old Ann's Deli is going to be demolished to make room for it. Don, what is your favorite Starbucks coffee?
Coffee? You know, I don't go for the fancy coffees.
Not the lattes and
No.
What do they call them? Miyaka?
Whatever coffee is coffee is coffee.
Yeah.
You know, I'm having to drink it now. My vein transfusion's clogged up, so I'm having to drink it.
Go right through the mouth, huh?
That's right through the mouth. You got another story, Will, that is just very indicative. Now, that's a big word.
It is.
Of what is happening in Monroe County. You've got apartment complexes planned. They're very much needed. And I think that's great. They're going to build them out. How many units are going to be by the way?
Yeah, 80 units. They're on behind Shoney's. The funny thing about them, Don, is they're planning to put them in the industrial park. Not exactly the ideal place, but you and I have discussions about this. People always say, we shouldn't have this there, or that shouldn't go there. And my point is always, it's there. They can put what they want to. It's their property.
That's right. Amen, brother. Well, I think Forsyth and Monroe County has a housing shortage. And I think apartment complexes, if they're nice, you know, I have no problem with that. I go back to Commissioner George Umami's wanting to put small houses. And that got defeated, didn't it?
Well, one thing, in the city it did.
Yeah, in the city.
But that may have been a political thing. We're not sure what the motivation was there. But Don, one thing that you and I have talked about many times is we have more and more small businesses and restaurants coming to town. And the question is, where are the people who work there going to live? Because
we discussed that at lunch today.
The average home price in Monroe County is what?
$130,000.
No.
Yeah.
The new houses. You look at the building permits of this week's edition, and you can look at the average. It's $300,000-$400,000.
Yeah, but what I was saying is that what these people that are going to work at Starbucks, they're going to need
French
a place
Market,
to stay.
Grits.
And yes. They are looking for a $130,000 home.
Oh, that's right. Those people.
People.
And that's what I'm saying is we don't have the supply to give people a place to live that can't afford a $400,000 house in River Forest.
You know,
so it's a problem this community is going to have to grapple with. But meanwhile, we do have good news in this week's paper. The Monroe County continues to grow, and now you'll be able to drive through and get your $6 latte.
I got one thing to say.
Close it out.
You remember how Eric Wilson, the mayor of Forsyth, said Forsyth had 66 parking places?
Yes.
I started to call the mayor today and say, Mayor, can you come help me find a parking place? But I didn't.
Parking's another problem. That's a sign of a growing community. Thanks for joining us here on the Reporter on the Porch from the Outside Looking In. That's a mouthful. And thank you for reading the Monroe County Reporter.
During this pandemic, the Monroe County Reporter is committed to keeping everyone safe and healthy and stopping the spread of the virus. How? Well, did you know that the Reporter is not only a great newspaper, but also can be converted into a terrific mask that blocks out viruses and germs? Scientists have discovered that newspaper ink printed on paper makes it very difficult for viruses to penetrate through the paper to reach your mouth. So when you're done reading your favorite newspaper, wrap it around your face, slap on some tape, and you're ready to live again. Yes, when you subscribe to the Reporter for just $40 per year, you not only get a great read mailed to your home each week, you also get a new set of masks with the Monroe County Reporter.